Vamos a hacer las ceremonias previas del gallo en la cueva, porque el gallo es dueño de las cuevas. Ven para esto, caer, las cuevas. Las cuevas, vía y oroviña, tacoñamura, carachola, que ni baló.
To grow approximately 1 inch in length. And we don't want to touch anything because they are formed by water. We have oil on our hands and skin. Water and oil do not get along, so that's going to stop their growth permanently. Any questions about anything over here?
Chacho. El dueño de las cuevas. Dueño de los volcanes.
And these stalagmites. Yeah, because they build up. Stalagmites because they're running their way up as touching them up. It's not.
Okay.
You get water that travels along the side of the cave wall, and so deposits that calcite a little bit differently towards in a thin sheet like this shape over here. Sometimes they also create thinner hydrogen. Over here as well, it's pretty good view.
Yeah, a lot of
This over here.
it takes a lot.
Qué lindo está esto, cara.
Everyone ready for me to talk about this room? This is known as the ice cream parlor because we have an ice cream sub. You see a couple of rings, kind of like on each tree stump, to grow. And then ahead, this is going to be a spot known as Headache Alley. So please watch your heads as we go through there.
Miren esto, cadero, qué lindo está. Está bonito, entiendo. Cogí una pila de cosas esa profundamente. Ya cogí una pila para el gallo profundamente. Miren esto, cadero, de cosas más lindas. Esto tiene 10.000, 15.000 años. Se descubrió.
And while doing that, they ran into a bit of a problem. There was actually a railroad in the way. So they figured that there'd be an overpass. That's a good idea, but it has one flaw.
Eso para que se forme, papi, son una cantidad de años.
Eso tiene más de 30.000 años, ¿eh?
And this next stop is going to be showing off the flowing surrounding little layers of calcite that gradually build up to create a larger structure. So based off the size of this, you can tell that it is very, very old. You can still see a couple of the different layers, little wrinkly shapes in there. And so eventually the people at the cave wanted to have a... So wave is probably the best answer in this case because this spot was made by water filling up the... So this spot is like a little fairy tale. Once upon a time there was a castle in the clouds. Now in that castle there was a king and a queen. But first they had to ask the king for permission. So they asked him and he was like, sure, but first I want you to do something.
Tremenda energía acá en la cueva esta.
De todo tipo.
Tremenda energía acá en la cueva esta.
Hacemos unos tomos.
Qué pesado. Y aquí le estamos haciendo algunas ceremonias previas al gallo de la niña.
Balanced on the head head of a stingray. And that stingray and that thing of ice cream are in the right place at the
Esta parte tiene 50.000 años antes de Cristo. BC, 50,000 BC.